a Sega Saturn for $200. Don't see that every day. I've got a couple of games picked out already for this Final Fantasy Collector's Edition. So they actually had a ton of games behind the counter.
What's good, everyone? It's Austin, and we are back with the third episode of our PlayStation Collection series. We've had a great start over the past 2 weeks, finding a bunch of items that we could possibly flip, along with some great games that we've added to our collection, a couple PlayStation 2 games and PlayStation 3. To start off this video, I did recently read a comment asking for a game room tour, and I thought that was kind of funny because I really don't have much as of right now, and the reason for that is because, again, I just recently moved, and I had to get rid of a ton of my shelves. I just didn't want to haul all of that with me up here to my new location. So these two shelves are pretty much what I bought so far off of Amazon to display some of my games. I don't have the biggest area for a game room as well, even though I did move to a bigger location with more space. But what I can do is go over some of the stuff on this shelf. So over here on this shelf, it's a compilation of a lot of video games. Just gonna do a quick showing of it all. This isn't all my games that I have in my collection. A lot of the stuff is still in boxes. Unfortunately, I just don't have the room and shelves to display it all. But it's a combination of games that are my favorite, a bunch of collector pieces. We got games from my previous collection series, along with games that I'm currently playing right now, games that I've recently completed, and games in my backlog. So starting up here, we got this collector's edition, Lumiere edition of Expedition 33. This was like a GameStop exclusive. This is truly an amazing game. Great gameplay, great storyline. We got this collector edition. I just think this is super cool, so I got it up here. A couple of N64 games complete in the box. I was collecting these for a bit, but I haven't done so in a while. I'm not going to spend too much time with the rest of this stuff though. A couple of GameCube games from my series. These are just some of my favorites. You got Mario Kart, Star Fox, Strikers, and Melee. A couple of Wii games, the Zeldas. This Trauma Team sealed, which is great. You guys could see this Resident Evil Generation pack. Had to pick one of these up. Such great value. You got 3 games for $90. Eventually, we'll get to Requiem. These are some of my more favorite Switch and Switch 2 games. Recently completed Yakuza. You got Pac-Man and Shadow X Generations. I still got all my Pokemon games along with my Mario games here too. And then down here, small PlayStation 2 collection, a couple of Dynasty Warrior games along with some anime games. This Def Jam Fight for New York. This was from my original $10 series. And then we got some Xbox 360 and originals here as well. Just some of my favorites. Lost Planet, Odyssey, Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, This Most Wanted, and Web of Shadows is great. And then for the original Xbox, you got Gauntlet, along with these 2 Need for Speed Undergrounds. Moving on down here, we got some PlayStation Vita games. PlayStation Vita is still near and dear to my heart, one of my favorite consoles. I haven't really had much time to play it or pick up any new games for this, but yeah, it's still a really nice collection. We got some PlayStation 1 games here too. One of my childhood favorites, Digimon Rumble Arena, along with Digimon World 3. Played these a ton on my PlayStation 1 with the flip screen. And then lastly, just down here, I just started throwing stuff down here, I guess. But I did recently pick up this Indiana Jones and the Great Circle on PS5 for like half off. I played and completed this on the Xbox Game Pass, so it's great to be able to have a physical copy of it now. A lot of these are games that are still in my backlog. Got to get to Ragnarok soon. Got to get to Shadow of Colossus. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. It was just fun jumping back into a Dragon Ball Z game. Pretty much follows the story in the television show. And then we got these Resident Evil games, which I have finally played and completed all 3 of these. And I would say Resident Evil 2 is still my favorite. I would even go as far as to saying that this game is probably in my top 10 favorite games of all time, which is crazy to say in 2026 that I have found a game that I've enjoyed this much. I know Resident Evil 4 is most people's favorites because of the action and the story, but this is more of a survival horror game and a game that I definitely recommend to everyone to at least play once. It's not too scary of a game, it's not too difficult of a game, but the gameplay is what really is addicting and keeps you playing
I see this as a beautiful work of art of a game, very well created and produced. But I've enjoyed all three of these. I think I played these like over the past month, and excited to check out the next ones in the series. Over here we just got some Blu-rays. Of course, they had grabbed this Fallout Season 1 on Steelbook. Really enjoyed the show. Silent Voice and Akira on 4K Blu-ray. We got a couple of Scream movies that I just picked up recently too right here. And yeah, I haven't seen the newer movies. I've seen pretty much all of the original movies from way back, but yeah. So that's pretty much a quick tour of my game room or my game shelf that I have up for right now. But without further ado, let's just get back on track with the series and see what we find for this week. We're starting off at our game showcase, and we do have a couple of sales. So the first thing that's sold is going to be this NCAA Basketball 10. Very desirable. I think this sold within the day of me listing it. And this one sold for $72. We picked it up for, I believe, $3 or $4 at a Savers. The second item we sold is also right here. This Black Ops 2. Surprisingly, this one sold quick too, and it sold for $15. We essentially got this one for free at a pawn shop. Looks like we just sold 2 more items. First one is going to be this Madden 25. This one sold pretty quick as well, and it sold for $23.50. We picked it up for around $7 at a pawn shop. And then the next game is going to be this Skylander Superchargers. This one sold for $16. I ended up just accepting an offer for this. So yeah, let's go ahead and get all of these items packaged and shipped. After eBay fees and shipping, this is how much we'll get to add back to the game fund. We made our way to a Pawn America store, and they don't usually have the greatest deals on games, but sometimes they do slip up on some pricing. I don't see this one every day. This Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. Here in the Xbox One section, and they have a lot of like duplicate games. This Just Dance is one that you don't see every day too, 2023 sealed. But like this Mass Effect, I've seen like multiple copies of it. A couple of Wii games up here. I mean, the pricing on these games isn't too bad actually. It's like around price charting or even under. I believe a lot of these came from like a Walmart, because I saw some Walmart stickers on there, Redfall sealed. After searching through, there was one game that I was interested in, and it's possibly this Game of Thrones Telltale series. I've always wanted to play through this one, and yeah, it looks like they did release it on the Xbox One. PS4 version would probably be more desirable for me, but $15 is actually a really good price. This thing values for around like $30. We'll debate on picking this one up. I did scan through like a bunch of these movies already, and there just wasn't anything good. Again, a lot of duplicates for whatever reason. Yeah, I don't know. Our movie stores just kind of offloading all their junk to here or something. We got some Nintendo games over here, some Switch 2 games. I actually have a ton of them. A lot of them are sealed. Bravely Default. I even found this Pokemon Legends ZA for around $50. Still need a copy of this game, but not too interested in playing it as of right now. Heard the reviews weren't too great on it, but maybe when it goes lower in price, if it ever does. It's crazy to see just how many Switch 2 games have released already, and this place has a huge variety of them. Hogwarts Legacy for $25, sealed. Taking a look at this glass case next, and we got a bunch of consoles in here. Really high prices on some like weird reprinted covers of these games. A Sega Saturn for $200. Don't see that every day. We got a GameCube console for $100, which isn't too bad, especially comes with 2 first-party controllers. But down here I spotted a Nintendo Wii, and it looks like they got it priced at $50, which is actually really good if everything works. And I think one of them is a Wii Motion Plus controller too. I checked on GameStop's website, and they're currently trading in for around, I don't know, $80-ish. So yeah, I think we could just potentially bring that to a GameStop and get that traded in.
Card 6486. Go ahead and use your card and get your bag.
We made our way back to the house, and I just want to show you guys if there was a game in here. I actually already saw it, but wanted to show you guys as well. We got it all hooked up to my TV, and let's turn it on. These controllers are in decent condition. My plan is to just take these all to a GameStop and trade it in, and we should get a good amount for like the controllers and the Nintendo Wii. I believe it's trading in for about $70 to $80, but there's no real way to tell. So for the moment of truth, I'm going to eject this and show you guys what is actually in here. I did not expect anything to be in here when I bought it, but wow, check this out. A new Super Mario Bros. Wii. This just made this bundle 100 times better. I was not 100% confident in this purchase, but yeah, I mean, we got all of this plus that Game of Thrones game. I'm gonna show you guys it working as well. I think I put some batteries in one of these controllers, and yeah, there it goes. I actually do have an HDMI adapter hooked up because I do not have a CRT TV right now, but it does have all the cords and everything. And there goes that new Super Mario Bros. We've now made our way to a GameStop, and I just saw on their website they're currently having their 4 for $40 and 4 for $20 sale, my favorite. And I actually brought the Nintendo Wii that we just purchased at the Pawn America. I've got it in this bag along with the game. We'll debate on if I should trade that in or not. We'll see how much we can get, but we're gonna try and trade this in and just see how much value, how much trade-in credit they'll give us for this. I know they're running a lot of promotions, so hopefully we can get a good amount and then yeah, spend it on this sale that they're currently having. So in case you guys aren't familiar, here is the 4 for $20 sale. So games under 10 bucks, I can get 4 for $20, and then for games under $20, I can get 4 for $40. So we'll probably bundle up some games and see what we can pick up here. And right off the bat, I saw this earlier. Here's a Rocksmith 2014. I believe this thing still values for around like $30-ish. So if we get 4 for $40, this will make it only 10 bucks, and could be one for us to flip and to turn our credit back into cash. Okay, just got word that we're gonna be getting around $135 for that Wii console and like 2 Wii remotes with the nunchuck. So that's gonna be huge. Definitely do take advantage of these promotions. I've got a couple of games picked out already. This Final Fantasy Collector's Edition. We'll probably get this for half off with the 4 for $20. We got Draken the Ancient's Gate, and this thing's actually values for like over 20 bucks. So a really good price on that. And then we also got these 2 Legacy of Kain games for 18 bucks a piece. Great price on these. Both seem to be complete as well. So these are some great games to be adding to our collection. I just got We just made our way back to the car, and we came away with some amazing games. I think the Nintendo Wii, we ended up getting $135 back, which is insane. I think they're adding like $25 on top of the trade-in credit. Some of the cool stuff that I didn't show you guys yet, this Oni for 15 bucks. Actually a really good price and developed by Rockstar. I also decided to grab this Warriors of Might and Magic as well, and then this Legion, the Legend of Excalibur. Just some games that I've never seen before, really obscure. I don't see these games too often either. After all the purchases, we were left with $78 in store credit on this card. I'm not going to add the store credit to our game fund, but I will add this card to our collection, and we'll just use this until it's up. Hopefully I can check out some other GameStops before this deal is over. So yeah, we'll see what we can find. We're back at the game showcase, and it looks like we just sold another game. So this one actually surprised me. This NHL Legacy Edition did sell for around 15 bucks. I guess some people still are playing these hockey games on the 360. We got a couple more sales. We just sold a bundle of games. So this NCAA football, this one, yeah, actually did decently well. It sold for $26.50. I think shipping is going to be a bit more since we have 4 games. And we picked these up for $8 at a Salvation Army thrift store. The second item we sold is this Head Coach 09. And this one sold for around $17, I believe. Picked it up for $3 at a pawn shop. So not bad ones. Let's go ahead and get these packaged and shipped after eBay fees and shipping. This is how much we'll get to add back to our game fund. We are out here at our next GameStop, and this was just a really quick visit, looking for games under $10. We've got new Tales from Borderlands, along with this Redout 2 game, which looked really interesting. We also got some PS4 games over here for $10. I did grab some of these up. We also found this Steelbook of the Division 2, and yeah, for $3, had to grab it. We also got a Metal Gear Solid game. Moving on to the retro section, and I really didn't find too much here. And when I did find stuff like this Hulk game, unfortunately it was missing the manual, so it just wasn't worth picking up, along with this Silent Scope. We even got a Tomb Raider game here, and this one I actually did pick up. Was complete. Down in the PlayStation 3 section, got a Ratchet and Clank game. Do I decide to pick up that series of games? And then we also got this copy of The Darkness 2, which I actually did pick this up as well. I just couldn't find anything else, and we needed 4 games.
Got your Austin. All right now.
We are at our last GameStop, and we're checking out the PS4 section first. Check this out. We got a Rocksmith 2014. Had to pick this one up. And then looking at the retro section, very small selection of games, unfortunately. Found this Rygar game. Looked interesting. I had never seen it. I think ultimately I did pass on it. And then down here in the Xbox One section, we got another copy. Rocksmith Remastered this time. So they actually had a ton of games behind the counter, and these must not have been put out yet. Check this out. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi for $10 is insane. Midnight Club, a lot of huge PS2 titles. We even got One Piece for $5. Missing the manual, unfortunately. I was planning on picking up a bunch of games here, so I needed a couple more to get the 4 for $40, and found Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, so decided to pick this one up. I'll just use the rest of it if anything.
And then just confirm what's going to be taken out from that. None that I'm able to redeem right now.
We made our way back to the car, and another amazing stop full of great pickups. Some great lower end PlayStation 2 games to add to our collection. Can't go wrong with these. And we also got a copy of Budokai Tenkaichi for $10. I didn't know this game was this low in value, but yeah, it seems to be complete and everything. And then we got a copy of SSX Tricky, which I've actually never owned this game. I've heard a lot of great things about this, developed by EA Big. And then we got a couple of games that we're going to be flipping to recoup some money back. Along with this One Piece Grand Battle, only $5. I've never had a complete copy of this game, and this one is also missing the manual. Last but not least, we picked up this copy of Resident Evil 7. I've been trying to collect all of the Resident Evil games, and most of these are under $20, so when GameStop does have this sale, it's the perfect time to pick these up.
Wow guys, what an insane haul of video game pickups for this week. We got a ton of PlayStation 2 games. It shocked me to see all of the great PlayStation 2 games that we were able to find at a GameStop for really good prices too, even without the sale. Let's take some time to go over everything that we got for this week. Starting off at that Pawn America store where we picked up that Nintendo Wii console, and that thing was totally worth it. We took it to the first GameStop and was able to trade it in for $135. I did not expect that at all. It did also come with this copy of New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I didn't trade this one in because they were giving like less than 10 bucks for this. So we'll probably end up throwing this on eBay and seeing how much we can get for it. And then we also got this copy of Game of Thrones, one that I definitely want to check out. I would rather just have a PlayStation 4 copy because I don't have my Xbox One set up currently. But yeah, I think we got this for like 10 bucks too. Values for around like 30. I'm gonna start off in like a random order. We got so many games to go through, but I'm gonna go over it really quick. First thing we got are 2 copies of Rocksmith, actually 3 copies, but these 2 were on the PlayStation 4, and this is just a great way to turn our credit into cash. I think these do sell really quick and from around the $25 to $30 mark. We got all of these for $10 a piece. This Rocksmith remastered on the Xbox One. I think this one values for around $20 to $25. We did pick up 2 PlayStation 5 games. First one is this Red Out, and it's marked at 10, but we got it for $5, pretty much half off. This is a really interesting one. On the back it says the fastest game in the universe is back. So it's some kind of arcade racer. Maybe like an F-Zero style thing. We picked up this copy of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, and this might actually be the next one I end up playing. Again, I played 2, 3, and 4. I don't know if I want to jump into 5 and 6. I'd rather play some of these newer ones on PlayStation 5, but you guys let me know if I should do that. I've heard that 7 and 8 are really good, and I've only heard good things about Requiem, so I'm really excited for this one. We did get a steelbook, this Division 2. This is surprisingly one of my favorite games. Gameplay is just so addicting, and it's one of those games with amazing gameplay, and the story, I don't even remember what happened, but that's how fun and addicting this one was. We did grab a copy of Metal Gear 5 Ground Zeroes. I actually have not played a Metal Gear Solid game yet. This is one that I'm not too excited about wanting to jump into and play, but you guys let me know which game out of the series would be a perfect one to start with. Do I just start with the first ones and see how well they hold up, or do I jump into one of the newer ones that might get me more interested into the series? And then a random game we picked up was this Darkness 2 on Xbox 360. I heard good things about the part 1. I didn't even know they made a Darkness 2. And now we've got this giant stack of PlayStation 2 games. We got all of these for around $5 to $10 a piece. So huge scores with these. Starting off with Legacy of Kain Defiance, and I guess Legacy of Kain 2 Soul Reaver. I've never played these games, but these were very popular on the PlayStation 1. They made 3 games on the PlayStation 2, and these were kind of like sequels to those PlayStation 1 games. This is your vampire, third-person hack and slasher adventure game. The PlayStation 1 games were revered as some of the best ones. I think on the PlayStation 2, these don't really hold up as well, or just wasn't as great gameplay-wise. They did remaster these on the Nintendo Switch, so if I were to check these out, I'd probably check it out there. Legacy of Kain Defiance is actually a sequel to Soul Reaver 2, and just kind of upgraded the graphics and animations. Next, we got this Warriors of Might and Magic. The Might and Magic games were pretty popular back in the days, I'd say. I played a lot of Heroes, but this Warriors game is actually a third-person hack and slasher RPG type of game as well. Next, we got this Legion, The Legend of Excalibur, very generic game. It's like a 2001 style game, very PC-esque, where it's like a point and click and fight and command style game. We also got Draken, The Ancient Gates. This one's pretty interesting though. It's kind of reminds me of like RuneScape graphics, but it's a third person hack and slasher as well. It's got a decent story, and on the back you can see you can fly dragons and stuff like that. The next game was a big surprise to find at GameStop. We got Oni. I've only heard good things about this one too. Developed by Rockstar and also Bungie. So before the Halo games. It does have kind of that sci-fi-esque. It's a big third-person kung fu fighting style game. We got Star Wars Battlefront. We're just gonna add this one to the collection. Love Star Wars in general, and so didn't really get to play this one as much though. We actually picked up this steelbook of Final Fantasy 12. I think I found this game so many times. If we do need some funds, I don't mind throwing this up on eBay though. We got Lara Croft Tomb Raider. I would love to pick up more Tomb Raider games to add to this PlayStation collection. This is the Angel of Darkness on PlayStation 2. Got a copy of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Do I go for the whole Tony Hawk set as well? I'm not sure. I do want to check these out on the Nintendo Switch as well. Picked up this Enter the Matrix game. You guys let me know if this one was good. I didn't really watch too many Matrix movies, so I'm not really well knowledged in the universe. And then these last few games are just some of my favorites that I was able to find. We got SSX Tricky, developed by EA Big. I would love to collect all the EA Big games, but I've only heard good things about this one, and this one does hold a little bit of value too. I couldn't believe I found this copy of One Piece Grand Battle for $5, missing the manual as always, but I did play this one quite a bit growing up. It is like a freestyle fighter kind of game too. You get to just select from the One Piece cast, and yeah, it's just a fun party style game, I'd say. And then last but not least, we got Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. Maybe I go for this whole set. So they first released the Budokai series, which was 3 games, and those were traditional 2D fighters. And then after that, they released 3 of these Tenkaichi games, which kind of allowed more free roaming around the map, but was also a fighter. I actually didn't play a lot of these. I just played some of the Budokai games on the PS2, and yeah, it's Dragon Ball Z. Gotta love the franchise. And that right there was all our pickups. We gotta add just so many games to our collection. So yeah, it's a really successful 3rd episode. I think if GameStop does have more sales or promotions with consoles and trade-ins, we'll probably take advantage of that, and you guys should as well. Feels like it was a longer episode, but thank you guys all for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next week.